Arthritis is something which is probably quite misunderstood with people in the general public. Arthritis specifically means inflammation of any joint. So if I sprain my ankle tomorrow, I have got a traumatic arthritis. I've damaged the joint, it's swollen, it's inflamed. It'll get better, but that is an acute, sudden traumatic arthritis. You do also have more chronic arthritis, and more chronic arthritis is more like the animal who's older, who's got bad hips, and slowly their hips have worn out and they're very, very painful or stiff for the long term. But arthritis literally means any form of joint inflammation. So you can have arthritis from infection of the joint, or from trauma, from having a fall or an accident, or from long-term degeneration, as in the joints have worn out. I would go so far as to say that probably arthritis is probably the most common thing I see in animals at some stage in their life. I think that probably nearly all animals to some degree suffer arthritis in some way or another at some point. It can be quite hard to diagnose because dogs and cats are quite tough. Quite often they don't show signs. Obviously for bad arthritis you'd see a dog who is limping, holding one leg off the ground, so the legs not touching the ground in a severe case, doesn't want to walk. Those would be common signs. But in a more mild case, you might see a dog or cat just who, when they get up in the morning, the first thing they do lots of sort of stretching, and they're a bit sort of stiff walking and a bit sort of a robot walk for the first 10 minutes before they warm up. That's arthritis. Dogs who have difficulty properly extending and flexing their legs will sort of hop. I guess there's two types of animals who tend to get arthritis. One is the animal who has it genetically. You know, they've got bad hips or bad elbows or bad knees, and they're going to develop. We know from when they're young dogs that one day this dog is going to have arthritis because he's got bad knees when he's 1 year old. When he's 10 years old, he's going to have terrible knees. So with those dogs, we need to get them onto supplements. Hopefully not drugs, but hopefully supplements is enough to try and help nourish their joints and keep them in good condition. We need to keep the dog's weight controlled. We need to give them regular sensible exercise, not traumatic exercise. And also give them natural anti-inflammatories like omega-3s. So I'm talking supplements like glucosamine in the diet, really helps. Sensible body weight, sensible diet, sensible exercise, natural anti-inflammatories like omega-3. And with those 5 things, we can probably nearly prevent arthritis developing in those dogs. I guess the other dogs and cats that we know are going to develop arthritis are those that get traumatic injuries. So those that are hit by a car, or those who hurt themselves when out playing or whatever like this. And they come into the surgery and they have, let's say, a shoulder injury from a car accident. We know we have to be very, very careful with that dog to treat them properly, otherwise one day they're going to come back with arthritis. So this is a reason to be, aggressive is the wrong word, but as thorough with pain relief, anti-inflammatories and medicines we can on day 1 of that injury, so it doesn't come back later to haunt us.